A 73-year-old Vietnam veteran has taken 11 pages of handwritten notes learning Claude Code. A 69-year-old just shipped 2 full commercial applications through vibe coding. Meanwhile, professional VFX artists at established studios are watching solo creators in India produce work that embarrasses $100 million Bollywood productions. And Corridor Crew just open-sourced a green screen tool that could restructure the economics of small studio compositing overnight. This week in AI wasn't defined by product launches or benchmark wars. It was defined by who's actually building, who's actually shipping, and how fast the gap is closing between a single practitioner with the right tools and an entire traditional pipeline. If you work in VFX or game development, the signals this week demand your attention, not because the sky is falling, because the floor is rising, and it's rising under people you wouldn't expect. Here's what happened, what it means, and where it points. This is MonsterPixel Labs. We cover the real state of AI across VFX, game development, and creative production, not the press release version, not the hype cycle. The ground truth drawn from practitioners actually doing the work every single week. If that's the kind of signal you want, subscribe. We make these specifically for people doing the work. In AI tooling, 2 realities are running in parallel. Claude is consolidating its position as the dominant coding agent. Technical users with legacy code bases, 300,000 lines deep, are reporting debugging performance nothing else matches. GPT 5.5 launched, and the response from practitioners was measured. Useful for reasoning, not displacing Claude for agentic work. But here's the tension. Claude's usage limits remain a genuine workflow killer. Users describe getting cut off mid-session after 30 minutes. The tool is technically superior and practically frustrating at the same time. Credit economics across the board are becoming a real barrier. Veo 3.1 burns credits at rates that make sustained production unviable for independent creators. InVideo users are publicly calculating that the math simply doesn't work. This isn't a complaint. It's a structural problem that will determine which tools survive adoption beyond the early adopter phase. In VFX, the week's clearest signal was Corridor Crew releasing their green screen tool as an open-source DaVinci Resolve VFX plugin. The community response was immediate and genuine. Small studios see this as an inflection point. Blender continues its quiet dominance. V-Ray going free for Blender is accelerating the migration away from 3Ds Max. The consensus among practitioners is simple. A free tool shouldn't be this good. But it is, and it's winning. On the other side, Rebelway's pivot to generative AI courses drew sharp backlash from its own student base. Career-level Houdini artists feel the school abandoned its identity. The broader community remains deeply skeptical that generative AI replaces genuine VFX craft. There's no precise control. The output remains generic. Practitioners aren't buying the FOMO narrative. In game development, Unity's Unite 2025 roadmap earned something rare: genuine developer approval. The focus on core engine stability over flashy features was received as a course correction the community has wanted for years. UI Toolkit versus UGW remains a live debate, but the direction is clear. Meanwhile, AI-powered 3D model generation through tools like Tripo AI and Meshy AI is entering indie game dev workflows, not replacing artists, extending what a small team can prototype. Claude Code with MCP integration is where things get quietly significant for Unreal Engine workflows. The Model Context Protocol standardizes how AI agents interact with external tools. Privacy improves. Manual endpoint mapping disappears. The Italian developer community flagged this specifically as both a productivity leap and a security win. Enterprise adoption still faces friction. API key access on enterprise Claude accounts remains blocked for certain integrations, but the architecture is moving in the right direction. For Houdini practitioners, the conversation has shifted toward AI video generation pipelines. Seedance 2.0 is being treated as the current benchmark. Artlist Studio launched a full AI creative production pipeline. The quality threshold has crossed a line where viewers genuinely cannot distinguish AI-generated footage from live action. Now pull back. Look at every signal from this week together. One pattern emerges. The distance between a single skilled practitioner and an entire traditional pipeline is collapsing. Open source compositing tools. Free renderers matching commercial quality. AI coding agents that let a retired veteran ship commercial software. Credit systems and usage caps are the new gatekeepers, but they're economic gates, not technical ones. The tooling is already there. The question is no longer whether one person can do the work of a team. The question is how the economics of access shake out. That's what will determine who actually benefits from this moment. Not capability, access. Here's what I want to know from you. What's the single biggest bottleneck in your current workflow that AI tooling hasn't solved yet? Not what you wish existed. What's actually blocking you right now? Put it in the comments. If this kind of analysis is worth your time, the like helps us know to keep making it. Subscribe if you haven't. Next week, we're going deep on MCP integrations for Unreal and Blender and what the open-sourced on compositing movement means for studio economics. See you then.